Good morning, students. Today we will learn about a new topic, some neighboring countries of India and its relationship with them. Let's have a general introduction about India. India has a long land frontier and coastline and always been known as a peace-loving country. It shares its boundaries with Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Sri Lanka. It is the world's second most populous and democratic country with the fastest growing economy and developing global businesses. Now, coming to the definition of neighboring country, what are or what is a neighboring country? Country which is located beside a particular country or which often share a common boundary or border are known as a neighboring countries. Now this is a map showing the neighboring countries of India. And what are the neighboring countries of India? We have Afghanistan in the northeast region sharing a small boundary of India. We have Pakistan in the northwest portion, China in the northern region, Nepal is just above the central region, Bhutan is located in the northeast region, Bangladesh near the eastern side, Myanmar in the far eastern side, and Sri Lanka in the southern region, and Maldives is also in the southern region. Now, coming to the topic, Indian subcontinent. Now, let us first clear the word, what is a subcontinent? According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the term subcontinent refers a subdivision or a smaller portion of a continent which has a distinct geographical, political or cultural identity and also has a large landmass somewhat smaller than a continent. The Indian subcontinent is a southern region and peninsula of Asia which is situated on the Indian plate and it is projecting southwards into the Indian Ocean from the Himalayas. India is often called a subcontinent because it is a distinct landmass, not just a country. India was once a continent, but due to the continental drift, India moved north and became a part of it. So, the region of Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Maldives are known as Indian subcontinent which share similar social culture also. Now coming to the topic SAARC. What is SAARC? It stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It is a regional intergovernmental organization. Intergovernmental means it is run by various government of various countries and geopolitical union of states in South Asia. Its members are Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. The SAARC was founded in Dhaka on 8 December 1985. Its secretariat meaning an administrative office or a department which is a permanent one, is based in Kathmandu in Nepal. Now, what are the objectives of the SAARC? To promote the welfare or the well-being of the people of the South Asia, to strengthen the collective self-reliance. Self-reliance meaning to depend on one's own power and resources, to promote active collaboration and mutual assistance in various fields, and to cooperate with international and regional organizations. Now you can see in the background the green colored picture. These are the areas which is under the, and above it that is the symbol of the SAARC. Now, this is a little bit more introduction or more details about the SARC. The late President Ziaur Rahman of Bangladesh first proposed the setting up of a regional body. As a result, many foreign ministers of 7 South Asian countries studied these proposals, or they achieved or they held a meeting or a summit in Dhaka in 1985, which results in the formation of the SARC. And its main aim to use all of the human and the natural resources to its ultimate limit, of course, with the aim or with the utilization of sustainable development. Now, these are some broad objectives of the SARC: to strengthen the social and economic cooperation, to increase the pace of economic growth, giving mutual assistance and help and cooperation in areas like agriculture, scientific development, etc., and to promote social progress and cultural development. The first SARC trade fair was held in New Delhi in 1996. Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and India participated in the fair. Now, coming to the neighboring countries, the first neighboring countries which we will study is about the Pakistan. Its capital city is Islamabad. Some important cities are also located here like Lahore, Karachi, Rawalpindi. Religion is Islam. Currency is Pakistani rupee. Languages spoken is Urdu. Official language is Urdu. They have a particular type of dress. Staple food is meat and rich vegetable dishes with rice, roti, etc. Now, coming after food is the agriculture. Many dams have been constructed across Indus and its tributaries in Pakistan. The western region of the Pakistan is dry, so some tunnels are constructed under the soil. This process is called the Curries system. National flower is jasmine. Some national bird or animal is markhor, churkhar, partridge. National or the main sport is field hockey, and Goa, it is the world's largest deepest sea port. Coming to the next neighboring country is Afghanistan, whose capital city is Kabul. Religion is Islam. Currency is Afghani. You can also see the official languages and the language spoken on the screen, along with some dress. Staple food is lamb with rice or roti. Of course, the taste changes or varies with the people. National flower is tulip. National animal or bird is snow leopard, golden eagle, and the national or the main sport is burkhazi. It is very rich in mineral deposit. Coming to the next neighboring country is Nepal. Its capital city is Kathmandu. That is the flag of the Nepal. Some important cities are Pokhara, Janakpur, Dharan, etc. The religion is Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Christianity. Language spoken is Nepali, English. Dress varies according to the people. Staple food is dal, bhat or torkari. And national flower is rhododendron, which is red in color. National animal or bird is cow, Himalayan Mongol. And national or the main sport is the Dandi Bio, which is similar to Gilli Danda in India, but now it is on the line of extinction because volleyball is being declared as the official game on and from 23rd May 2017. It has been never ruled by any foreign ruler, and the main river is Kali Ganga. Coming to the next neighboring country is Bhutan, whose capital city is Thimphu. And Bhutan is called the land of thunder dragons. Why you know that? Because of the violent and large thunderstorms that whip down the valleys from the Himalayas. Its religion is Buddhism. Currency is Bhutanese. Language spoken is Dzongkha or the English. And they also have their staple food and the national flower is Himalayan blue poppy, and national of the main sport is archery. Coming to the next neighboring country is China, whose capital city is Beijing. You can also see the flag. They have a currency whose name is Chinese yuan, and the language spoken is Mandarin. Staple food, they may eat noodles with rice, meat, vegetables, or the taste or the choices varies with the people. National flower is peony or the plum, and the national, the main sport is table tennis or the ping pong. The Tibet, which is the world's highest plateau. Now coming to the Bangladesh, which is the next neighboring country. Its capital city is Dhaka. You can also see the flag. And religion is Islam. Currency is Bangladeshi or Dhaka. Language spoken is Bangla, English. Official language is Bangla. Staple food is rice with fish, meat, etc. Dress is lungi, gamcha, shari, salwar kameez. National flower is shapla. And the Royal Bengal tiger or the magpie robin is the animal and the bird, national animal. National sport is kabaddi, and it has the world largest river delta, which is the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, and the mangrove, which is located in the Sundarban area. Now, Bangladesh is well developed in cottage industry. For instance, the Tata Tangel district in Bangladesh, as well as Muslim in Dhaka, are world famous. Now we will move on to the next neighboring country, which is Myanmar, whose capital city is Naypyidaw, and some important cities are Bagan, Mandalay, Rangoon. Religion is Buddhism, and the official language and the language spoken is Burmese. They also like fish with noodles, or the taste changes with the people. And this country is dotted with temples and pagoda. Now, what are the pagoda? They are the multi-storied temple which is mainly associated with the Buddhist religion. And Irrawaddy River is the main river of the Bangladesh. Now, coming to the Sri Lanka, whose capital city is Colombo. Now, the main cash crop of Sri Lanka is coconut because of its coastal location, followed by cotton, cinchona, etc. It is also called the cinnamon island due to the huge production of cinnamon. They have the official language as Sinhalese, Tamil, English, and national flower is blue water lily. National animal or bird is lion, elephant, jungle fowl. National main sport is volleyball. They have the highest literacy rate in South Asia. Now we will have Maldives, whose capital city is Male. Religion is Islam, and the official language is Divegi or English. And the staple food also rice and fish. National flower is pink rose. National animal or bird is yellowfin tuna. Football is the main national sport, and it is the lowest and fattest country in the world. Now, why is it important to maintain good relationship with the neighbors? Maintaining good relations with the neighbors is utmost and the first priority for any country. The credibility of a country's global posture is undermined if it is seen as embroiled in conflicts with its neighbors. That means what? If a country is always engaged in war and conflicts with the neighboring countries, then all the development of the country will be hampered. Maintaining a good relationship with the neighboring countries will help to increase employment. It will open doors to many opportunities such as import and export of goods, sharing of resources. A country is expected to be free from terrorism, smuggling, and from wars. Trade and transport will improve due to maintaining friendly relationship with the neighboring countries. Now, even though each country has its own customs, religion, traditions, we must respect each and every country and live in peace and harmony. Thank you.